Welcome to Beaded Doilies by Shell. In this video I will be doing my candy canes. I'm going to be making a large candy cane in this video. As you can see, I have created my candy canes with seed beads. These are the 8O seed beads. For this video I'm going to be showing you one of my large candy canes. This is the one with two stripes the same size. I do have a video up for that one already. This video I'll be doing this one here, which is a stripe of 2 beads and one stripe of 1 bead. And then I also will be doing a video with the stripe of 3 beads and a stripe of 1 bead. Here's the information for this candy cane. It's candy cane 2-1, 2 bead wide stripe with a 1 bead wide. It is the large version. I'll be using 4 feet of monofilament line per video. It'll be 2 videos for this project. I like the Stern High Impact, which you can get at Walmart and Amazon. I'll be using my 4mm plastic faceted beads, crystal for the thin stripe, and Christmas red for the wide stripe. You'll need 60 beads for the thin stripe and 122 beads for the wide stripe. All my candy cane projects can be found at this playlist. I'll be providing the link in the description. Now when you start, or when I create my candy canes, I use the cross weave, which is the 2 needle right angle weave. To start, you want to add just 1 bead. We will be using white for our start bead. You can put it on either string. Just let it drop down and it goes to the center and it separates your string into 2. For the first part, we will be adding 1 bead to the left, 1 to the right. We'll let them drop down to the other beads on our piece. Then we'll cross 1 bead and we'll bring it down to join them. So we'll start, we need a white on the left and a red on the right. And then we're going to cross with a red. And there's our first 4 beads. Now we will do all red. So we'll put a red on the left and on the right. And then we will cross with a red. Now we want a red on the left, a white on the right, and we're going to cross with a white, we'll add a right to the left, a red to the right, and then we will cross with a red. Now every so often you want to check to make sure that your strings are correct. To do this, the top of your stripe is on the left and the bottom of your stripe is on the right. So when you see this, then you just take your string, bring them both up, and you know you have the correct ones. So we will continue. We're going to add all red again. So we'll put a red on the left and the right, and then we'll cross the red. Now we'll add a red to the left, white to the right, and cross with a white. Then we'll add a white to the left, red to the right, cross with the red. Then we'll do a set of all red. Now we will add a red to the left, white to the right, and we will cross with a white. And we add a white to the left, red to the right, and cross with the red. Then we'll do a set of all red. Now we'll do a red to the left, white to the right, and cross with a white. We'll take a quick pattern check. See, all our stripes are going the same direction, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 with 2 reds, starting with white and currently ending with white. Now we will add a white to the left, red to the right, and we're going to cross with the red. And now this red stripe is going to be slightly wider than the previous red stripes. So we're going to add 3 sets of all red. So here's our first set of all red. 1, 2, and 3. Now we will add a red to the left, white to the right, and we will cross with white. And there we have a 4-stripe red this time. Now we'll add a white to the left, a red to the right, and we'll cross a red. And now we're going to add 2 sets of all red. That is 1, and 2. And we'll add a red to the left, white to the right, and cross with a white. We'll add a white to the left, red to the right, and cross with a red. And again, we're going to do 2 sets of all red. 1, and 2, and we will add a red to the left and a white to the right, and we will cross a white, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of double red, then we have a set of all of 4 reds, and then we have 2 with 3 reds. Now this next one is going to be a little bit different. We're going to add a white to the left, a red to the right, and we're going to cross with a white. That makes a little bit of an L shape there. Now we want all red. Now we will add a red to each string, and we're going to cross with a white. Now this next part of the pattern is going to change up quite a bit, so keep with me. So we have our 2 sets of 3 stripes, then we get a little L for our white, and now we're continuing the next section. We're going to add 2 whites, 1 to each string, and cross with a red, as you can see here, we're making little V's now. We'll add a red to each string, and we're going to cross with a white, and we'll add a white to each string, and we're going to cross with a red, there it is, missed the hole. Now this time we're going to add all red, so red to each string, and cross. So after our little L, we have a section of red that looks like an X a bit. Then we have 1, 2, 3 V's. And now we want to add a red to the left, a white to the right, and we're going to cross with a white. Then we add a white to the left, a red to the right, and we're going to cross with a red. Here we have a small section of the stripes again. Be adding all red this time. You want to check to make sure that your stripes here are in the same direction as your stripes down here. That way you know you haven't got your left and right mixed up. Now we're going to add a red to actually both strings. And we're going to cross with a white. And this, we had our little V's, then we have a small section of stripes again, and we're actually starting up V's again. I'm going to add a white to each string, and we're going to cross with a red. Then we're going to add all red. Then red to each string. And cross with a white. And we'll add a white to each string. Oh, sorry. Going without checking what I'm doing. We're going to cross with a red. Sorry, we added a white to each string, and we're crossing with a red. That's how your piece should be looking so far. You have a V of white and a V of white after your little bit of stripes. Now we're going to add all red. Then a red on each string. Cross with a white. White on each string. And cross with a red. And we want all red. Then a red on each string. And cross with a white. Then a white on each string. Cross with a red. And then we finish off with all red. And before we check our pattern, we're going to do a center bead count, which is the center beads, the ones you've crossed. And there should be 48 of them if we've done our pattern correctly. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48. I do have 48. Now, I will show you the pattern. We have 4 double reds. Then we have a red of 4 stripes. Then 2 with 3 stripes. Then we have an L of white. Then an X with an extra red here. Then we start our V shapes, which we have 3 V's, 2 white ones and a red. Then we go back to the stripes for a little bit here. And then we return to the V's and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 white ones. And we end off with a square of red. We'll put this aside now. And we are now going to connect our 2 ends. So we want this the right side, which you'll want to come back to where you have a stripe, and the right side is the side of the lower bead on your stripe. So that is this side here. We're going to add one bead to it, and we need a white bead. Then we're going to go through the bead on the other end, which what I do is I take my piece and I flip it over like this, and then I go through the end bead. And then we cross a bead, which we need a red for this part. And there we have our two ends connected together. And now we'll only be beginning the next step, which here is our bead with our string coming out of it. And we're going to fold our piece so that we have our sides on either side. Then we're going to go through a bead on each side. So we'll go through one bead on each side. And then we will cross a bead, and the first one we need is white. And then there we have our first set for the side. And now we will continue this, but for this part we are actually going to tie off here. So we have our string coming out either side. We'll go through one bead on each side. And then for your cross bead, when you're going to tie off, you just add it to one string. So we will take it, we need a red, add it to either string, does not really matter. Then we'll make a regular knot, bring it down, then a double overhand, that's where you go over twice, bring it down but don't pull tight. Then I usually slip it into the bead that I would have crossed. Once it's inside, we pull tight, and then I like to thread back at least 2 center beads, so that'll bring us to the end of our piece. That way our string is not right there where the knot is. And then we clip off our excess, and we will finish up our candy cane in the next video. Hope to see you there.